Okay, good evening everyone. Hope you learned something from this tonight, so does A. Effectively, this is a spy training night. We will be teaching you how the basics to start off with, followed by a couple of advanced techniques. So basically, this is a bit of an introduction. Your role in the game as a spy is quite important. As you as you progress through the game, you learn more about your enemy team. The longer you play, obviously. But you also need to know how your own team works. It's a delicate balance of knowing how to know when to attack, communication with your teammates, and such like. There are several things that you'll need to be able to cope with, such as being able to cope with spam from the lovely demos, pyros, soldiers, heavies, the lot. Everyone spams except the medics. The medics are the good guys. They don't spam against us. Although you do want to watch out for the crits with the Ubersaw. So as you all probably know, you can't run through the enemy team. So that's one area which you need to work on and make sure you can't actually get stuck in. So find a blue partner and try and walk through them. You obviously can't. Okay. Have you all given it a go?
Yep.
Right. As a result, you can obviously see that. Just stay there. As a result, you can see that this is the first problem we as spies will encounter. We cannot pass through the enemy. We can disguise as them, we can cloak, but we can't pass through them. Can I have the blue cloak, please? Preferably cloak and dagger or your vanilla, and run into a red person, please. Can the red people see the flickering spies?
Yep.
Okay, yep. Blues switch to non-cloak and reds do the same for blues, please. So you can see it working then, can you?
Yeah.
That is one of our major problems as a spy. If you are using the cloak and dagger or the vanilla, you end up, when you hit someone, you end up flickering. However, if you have a dead ringer and you cloak, I'll demonstrate quickly, hang on. None of you will be able to see me bumping into you whilst the dead ringer is activated. Because currently I'm bumping into Kirkov and now I'm behind him. You won't be able to see it happen. Yeah, Palmsky, go buy some time.
Where are you, James? Wondered where you were.
Sorry?
Wondered where you were.
Yeah, I was behind Kirkov for a second.
Mission ends in 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm going to demonstrate this again, and I'm going to kill myself with a dead ringer and bump into Kirkov, okay? Ready? Here we go. Currently I'm running into Kirkov, nothing's happening, I've got about 2 seconds left on the cloak. And you didn't see a flicker at all.
5, 4,
this is one advantage with the dead ringer, which is one type of the cloaks. However, it will go on to more detail about the cloaks later. I hope you all know... okay, how many of you know how to quick switch? Just type in chat for me.
nearing a checkpoint.
User was moved to your channel.
So some of you know what quick switch is, most of you don't know what quick switch is. Quick switch is the ability to change between your current weapon and the last previous weapon you used. As a spy and some other classes, for example, Viper is correctly default. Is quite effective for a spy. It's crucial for the following types of attack: stab and sap, which we'll be teaching you guys. Ambassador shoot. So you take out ambassadors, shoot them, sap, finish them off. That's also crucial. And of course, being able to switch between knife and pistol relatively quickly in case you need to make a getaway. How many of you know what a bind is? Thank you, Palmsky, by the way. Yeah, keybind, or more specifically, binding as in a chain of commands.
A little script, I'll say.
So something like you can get a command such as for spies. There are certain binds which you can put into the console, which when you hit, say, a certain button on your keyboard, so like T,
Step and
such as T, you'll do a stab. You'll take out your sapper, automatically sap, switch back to your pistol, and then you can run off. The only bind I can recommend you guys get, by the way, is a automatic crouch jump one. So when you jump, you automatically crouch. That is useful not just for the spies, but it's also useful for soldiers and demos who want to rocket jump. So it's worth it.
Yeah, but there are a lot of other scripts which are very useful. For example, if you step someone, there's a script in the internet that you get automatically disguised after the step. That's also very useful when you use the normal knife.
Yep, so those of you who have the normal knife, the big earner, as long as it's not your eternal reward, press B quickly.
Yeah, and there are scripts which...
that is the normal key to automatically disguise as your previous person you disguised as. So currently I'm looking at Gulhiru, and he is disguised as a red soldier. I'm now looking at Deirdre, who's now disguised as a spy with an enemy demoman. Now, also, I'm not sure if many of you know this. I only recently learned it a while ago. If you press 4, so everyone press 4, and then press the button between the naught and the equals sign, you get to change between your you get switched between your teammate's colour and the enemy's colour. So default, you end up as your own colour, as the enemy colour, and then you can change it so that you're disguised as the enemy colour, your own team's colour, sorry. This means that you can disguise, if you're using the Dead Ringer, you can disguise yourself as a okay, Miss. It's a default setting, so you don't need to worry about it. If you just press 4 and the little hash key, automatically turns it into with a colour.
On my
Yep, good.
It's the minus key.
Yes, the minus
left
key.
Side, near the shift.
We'll continue the next bit in a second. I'm going to switch off Eurotunnel reward kit. Okay, whilst everyone's making their way towards the outside of the spawn, I'll just quickly run through the types of layouts there are available. So, when TF2 first started out, there was the original Spy vanilla layout, which is the revolver, the standard knife, the sapper and the disguise kit, and the normal cloak which is also known as vanilla.
Don't think that's...
I do.
Then there is the... after that is the first update, which was where the spy ended up getting the Dead Ringer, the Cloak and Dagger, and the Ambassador, which changed some style play and allowed others to learn to play. Followed by the Poly Count with the Saharan Spy set, which each weapon has its own style, by the way. So with the Saharan Spy set, you've got the Eternal Reward, which suits a different knife to, say, the Lantaranja on its own. Meet by the tunnel again, please. Oh dear, Pamsky's gone. Okay, everyone by tunnel, please. And then there's, of course, the more recent spy items, such as the Konoba's Kune, which was from the Shogun update, and the Diamondback
Big
Right.
gunner.
pistol. If you lead on, if you want to describe, do you want to do a bit of description quickly?
Yeah. So okay, the normal spy, yeah, there are no penalties or bonuses, it's just a normal spy. You have the normal disguise kit. Yeah, then the next set is I think the polycount set. Or the polycount, no, the spy update. So we have the ambassador. Ambassador's advantage is that you can give headshots with it, but you have a cooldown of about 0.75 seconds. It makes less damage than the normal revolver, and you have less fire speed.